Hi. Thea mentioned like why is she excited about Kubeflow? So I'll tell you why I'm excited and my team is excited about Kubeflow. So we want Kubeflow to be the a usable and dominant multi-cloud AI platform on Kubernetes, and we want to ensure that it succeeds in solving pain points that we've seen across customers and users and internal users on trying to take machine learning to production. So one of the things that we noticed um, uh, while we talk to our internal, I mean, you've seen the external surveys, but we've also had our internal talk. Most people want something that works equally well with an on-premise as well as in any cloud provider, because uh, I think that's what makes Kubeflow really very exciting to people. And when we say on-premise, there's on-premise is a can of worms in many ways, because there are too many dimensions to the word on-premise. So, for example, would you do on-premise on bare metal directly, or would you be on a hypervisor platform? How would you install things? Like how would you manage update things? So there's a lot of questions. But our goal is to ensure first how do we get started very quickly on premise, on any kind of on premise platform, and how do we ensure the same user experience? Our goal is to get identical user experience for every component of um, Kubeflow, whether it's on premise or in any cloud. And once we get there, then our goal would be to ensure that we can move back and forth between on premise and any cloud, basically to have a very seamless multi-cloud experience. So what's the status? So on purpose, so we created an early CUJ. That's the link, and on purpose we are trying to go very slowly on-premise, because because there's a lot of changes happening in the Kubeflow code base, as the developers already know. So the first thing that we are doing is we are validating that on-premise Kubeflow pipelines work really well. We found a couple of issues. And we are upstreaming those changes. And there are a lot of people who are interested. So now we're beginning to actually reach out to many people in the community and actually ask for feedback. What is it that you need? And I know many of them have given feedback around authentication, around data pipeline integration. So that feedback is coming in. So our hope is that we want to lock down the on-premise requirements for 1.0 really soon. We are going to create a working group, and in fact, we just created a Slack channel, CUJ-on-prem, and we have a lot of development. I mean, we have small amounts of development going in terms of doing customized manifests for Kubeflow and stuff like that. But we have a lot of design discussions that are going, and we would like to have them in the community. And I would love to have on-premise champions from enterprise users. And I think that's when we will make the story really gel by the time we are in 1.0. And so how can people contribute? Of course, please comment on the CUJ, participate in the Slack channels, uh, and give us concrete feedback. What do you think are the three most important things that you need for your on-premise deployment? Because there are many dimensions to it. And please champion the user stories, give a lot of feedback, and contribute ideas, code examples, and also help us test the deployments, because testing is going to be a key thing for our on-premise success. And if you see any component in Kubeflow that works really well on the favorite cloud provider of your choice, please try it on on-premise too. And so that's pretty much my on-premise pitch.